resources
and
and
development.
development.
Well,
Well,
we all
we all
know what
know
is the
what is the
meaning of the
meaning of
word
the word
resource.
resource.
Well,
Well,
what do we
what do we
understand?
understand?
Resources
Resources
are
are
everything
everything
available
available
in our
in our
environment
environment
which can
which
be
can be
used
used
to
to
satisfy
satisfy
our
our
needs.
needs.
This is a general definition of resource. But if we look into it a little deeper, any resource, to be a resource for me, has to undergo certain conditions. And what are those conditions? Well, they have to undergo three conditions. And the three conditions are, first one is it should be technologically accessible. Second, economically feasible. And third, culturally acceptable. Now, when I say technologically accessible, means I should know the technology to develop that resource. Say, for example, rubber. We make rubber products from latex, which is a white milk like substance we get from a typical tree. And in India, in Kerala, we have them in plenty. Every day, early in the morning, they put a small cut on it. And till 10 o'clock, they collect latex. Then it is gradually processed in the factories. So we have the technology. Second, rubber products are economical. That is why we say it is economically feasible. Feasible means it is affordable. Then it is culturally acceptable. That is, using rubber products in our day to day life is accepted in the society. So it has undergone three conditions. So it is a resource. Similarly, if I take house furnitures, again house furnitures, first one, technologically accessible because we know to use timber and convert it into furnitures. Second, they are economical, but they are not economical to everybody. Somebody may say he cannot afford such furniture. So for him, it will not be a resource. Third, it is culturally acceptable. Having furniture at home is acceptable in the society. So it is culturally acceptable. Then only it will become a resource. Similarly, a mobile phone. Mobile phone is technologically accessible and people buy according to their level of feasibility. So it should be economically feasible and culturally acceptable. Then it becomes a resource. So the question that is asked is on what factors does the utility of the resource depend? And the answer you have to involve these three conditions. Now, the resources, before it comes to us, it undergoes a process of transformation. Now, what is that process of transformation? The process of transformation involves an interdependent relationship. This interdependent relationship is between nature, second one is technology, and third one is institutions. So, again, if I take the same example, that is rubber. So, rubber we get from trees, which is nature. Second, it involves a technology. So people have the technology. And third one is there are industries which converts raw rubber into rubber. So that is nature, technology, and institutions. Similarly, if I take furniture, our second example, now the nature gives us timber. With technology, I'm able to convert it into timber. And there are institutions, there are factories which can convert it into furniture. Similarly, you take anything that you use in our day to day life, whether it is washing machine, television, ordinary vessels in our house, they all have these three conditions. That is, they undergo a process in which there is nature, technology, as well as institutions. Now, how does it help? It helps in accelerating, that is, speeding up the economic development. Now, what question is asked on this topic? The question that is asked is explain the process of transformation of resource. Now, the process of transformation of things available in our environment involves an interdependent relationship between nature, technology, and institutions. Human beings interact with nature through technology and create institutions to accelerate their economic development. But again, This is a limited understanding of water resources. So we will classify. Resources are many, so they can be classified. So we study types of resources. Now resources can be classified on the basis of origin. And on the basis of origin, we have biotic and abiotic. On the basis of exhaustibility, we have renewable and non-renewable. On the basis of ownership, we have individual, community, national and international. On the basis of status of development, we have potential, developed, stock and reserves. Now talking about the first one, but before that, on this entire topic that comes on the screen, what is the question? The question is, on what basis can we classify resources? So this should be the answer. Now let us understand the first one, that is classification on the basis of origin. So talking on the basis of origin, we have biotic resources as well as abiotic resources. Now, what is a biotic resource? Biotic means anything that has life or anything that is found in the biosphere. So these are obtained from biosphere and have life, such as human beings. Now human beings are resource. How are human beings resource? Every day, the milkman brings milk to our house. We get so many services from the society, whether it is police,